Pose, 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 pose. Ew. Body, snackish. Yes. Pose.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome, and welcome back to another episode of Couch Calls. So today we're going to be having a conversation with Miss Ray Vela. She's an artist, and we're just going to have a little interview kind of just about how she got in the industry and how she finds it, upcoming songs, etc, etc.
Hi guys, my name is Ray Vela. I am a singer / songwriter from South East London. I am 23 years old and I have been doing music for a very, very long time now. It's actually coming up to about 12 years I've been doing music. And I started singing when I was 7 years old. I grew up in church, so church is where it all begins, literally. Music and the gospel is just literally my first love. So for me, grew up in church, and then obviously going into secondary school and learn music more, learning to play piano, different kind of things. And from now, I'm not exactly established right now, but I'm an upcoming singer, and I just want to connect with people through my words and things that I've been through. So yeah.
So was it when you were 7 that you knew that you wanted to be a singer? Or was it just
definitely. I never had that thing of thinking I'd want to be a doctor or this. It was just always just music, literally. When I was a teenager, actually, that's when I started. So from 14, I used to lead the choir in my church, and imagine it's leading big women, and it's they're listening to some small girl, but it's because I knew my knowledge of music already, and from what I was taught from school is I already knew okay, these the few things I can do to help people and stuff. My parents are just very supportive of my music even till this day.
Did they ever think that maybe you would get into gospel, because obviously you started in a church? Was it maybe you'll be a gospel?
Well, the thing is with my mum, I've been singing in churches for a very, very long time, and with my mum especially. With my mum, she always wanted me to just stay in the whole gospel side, but I have wanted to branch out to different genres. But at the same time, my mum has been very supportive of the other genres that I've wanted to tap into, but it's always been gospel. Yeah.
Are you ever gonna release a gospel album or a gospel song? Or?
I would love to. I would actually love to release one, literally, because when I sing gospel, it's just, I don't even know how to explain it. The atmosphere and everything, it's just it's so mad compared to me singing an R&B song or something. I just think it's just because that is actually what I grew up around, a lot of gospel music. And yeah, I would definitely want to look into recording some gospel music.
So what was the first song that you wrote, and why, what made you write it?
Okay, so first song that I wrote. Okay, so during my career so far, should I say, the first song that I ever wrote is called Time After Time. And I wrote this song to do with a situation that I had with this one guy, and I thought he was real, but he wasn't. So that was really the first song for me that I was do you know what? Let me put pen to paper. And yeah, I just looking on YouTube, trying to find beats. And this is way before I even started to get in touch with producers. So I just would rely on YouTube. Mm-hmm. And then I came across this one beat. I just loved it instantly. And yeah, that's literally, yeah. That is one of my first songs I ever wrote. I haven't got it released or anything. but I just perform it live for people.
So after that, was that kind of like, yeah, I can really write songs, so like that's when you're gonna...
Yeah, literally. As an artist, I mean, many people go through this, but we all have that thing of that writer's block. And for me, I was just really just like thinking, okay, I know I can write, but I guess as well, like my confidence just needed to like improve just a bit more. But I always knew that no, like I can write songs, and it's hard sometimes because you've got the words in your head, but then it's just hard to like actually write it down, and to then try to figure out like a melody, just like the flow and like just the message behind those lyrics, like why those particular words as well.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So you did that song Love Myself. Is that like the first song that you
Yes.
performed?
Yeah, that was, yeah. So with Love Myself, I wrote that back in 2018. With that song, I was going through a bit of like I was going through a time where it was hard for me to like look at myself like, in the mirror, and believe that I was beautiful in my own way. And with Love Myself, I just wanted to just write a song which could connect to people. Like that's always been like my mission, should I say, as an artist, just to create songs that actually are meaningful, not just songs just for, I don't know, like 2 seconds, like a song that will, yeah, a song that will resonate within people's like hearts, you know. So yeah, that song was written in 2018. And then I also had a wonderful friend, the producer. She's called Nicole Jane. I met her on a project that we were in together, and yeah, it was just amazing.
How did you like perform that in front of... It's obviously a different crowd, isn't it, as opposed to the gospel?
Yeah, yeah. When I first performed the song, I was nervous because I really thought like I don't know how people are going to take the song, because I think a lot of us, we don't like to sometimes like be real with ourselves and take the time to like appreciate who we are as like individuals. So for me, I was very nervous like performing the song. I was like, oh, I don't know, like are people gonna like it? And then the reception that I got from performing the song was just, yeah, it was just amazing. Like I'll never forget it, honestly.
You want to give us a little preview of that song?
Yeah, sure. Okay, so this is Love Myself. You are beautiful. Always remember that. I'm not perfect, but I'm trying to see the beauty in me. I'll learn to be happy and try not to be unhappy with the way I see myself and all the doubts and fears I have, and I'll learn to just love me, and I'll take these steps. So I'm gonna love myself now. I'm ready to love myself now. I'm ready to love myself now. And I will love myself now. It's been a journey, and I'm still growing. I'm not broken anymore. I overcome. Now I'm strong. I'm the best thing in my life. Overcome. I am free. My happiness is all I see. So I'm gonna love myself now. I'm ready to love myself now. I'm ready to love myself now, and I will love myself now. Thank you.
It's literally like a song that you're listening to, just like you're taking it. It feels like I'm taking it in. I'm like listening to.
Oh, bless you. Oh, thank you.
I was like,
Oh, that's
bobbing my
yeah. No, thank you so much. Honestly, it's for me. I'm really happy and I'm proud of myself that I was able to write that song. And yeah, it took a lot for me to actually just really be true to myself and just literally put those words down. And I also have to thank like one of my friends as well, who did help me just to touch up a few words, because it was like when you're writing, like your process, obviously everybody's writing process is so different. And with me, it was like I had the words, but he was like, "No, you can go deeper than that." And I'm just like, "Oh, what? Like, I've got the words. What do you want me to?" So he just helped me just to literally like widen like my, shall I say, my toolbox of like words. And yeah, just literally just helped me just to add those extra words into a song. So also a big thank you to him as well. Like, always have to thank him.
It's a very lovely song. I really like it.
Thank you so much.
What would you say like your biggest inspiration is? Like, doesn't necessarily have to be an artist, but the biggest inspiration to make you go like to pursue your dream.
Okay, so for me, my biggest inspiration, I would have to put it musically. It has to be, well, if I'm looking at it, like my idol is Whitney Houston. Like, I tell you,
Everyone.
Literally, like when I tell you, like Whitney, she just, oh, she's just so beautiful. And I'm so grateful that all of us were able to actually like have a chance to listen to such a beautiful, beautiful woman with a beautiful voice. Like, so for me, like in terms of like my biggest inspiration, I was just looking at her like growing up, and I just thought like I really want to be like her. Like just like everything, like her aura, everything, like through interviews, everything that I used to watch when I was younger, like it was just amazing, like honestly. And she's contributed a lot to how I am, who I am as an artist. She, to me, she paved the way for many other artists that we see in the world right now, and especially in the music industry. But also as well, like one of my biggest inspirations has to be from like growing up. Like I just always wanted to just like just make my parents like proud. That's all. Just literally just make them so proud, and they are very proud of me, even till this day. But just yeah, just just like making them proud, and just being like a role model for my younger cousins. And yeah.
How do you find it like in the music industry, like in terms of like struggles and stuff?
Okay, so there's a lot, to be honest, that goes on behind the scenes. And like I've said before as well, like I am still like an upcoming like artist, even though I've been able to experience a few things that happen within the industry. For me, my biggest struggle was just having acceptance from many different audiences. I'm one person who like I have been judged a lot in the past, and especially like because of like the way I look, or you're not that typical like size, I don't know, size 0 or this or that. And yeah, a lot of people, they wouldn't think of me as being like a singer. They wouldn't look at me as so it's been quite hard sometimes, like go into, let's say for example, like different shows, and people be looking at me in a certain way and not expecting for me to be a singer, you know. So yeah, definitely has been a struggle in terms of getting that acceptance, because I believe that everybody like should have an opportunity to showcase their talent, especially within the music industry. Like there's literally like there's a place for everybody. Like there's a chance for everybody to win and to get into the music industry, and you know what I mean, to make something of like your talent. But like for me, just yeah, much like yeah, it's just hard to have people not judge you.
Still
You
kind of
know,
get
never
that.
judge a book by its cover.
Do you feel like do you still get that judgment, or is it like once they hear you sing, it's like?
But I remember there was one time I was invited to an open mic performance about 3 years ago, and this was in like Shoreditch, and I've registered, and I'm just there waiting around and everything, and then I was next now to go on the stage. And these girls now, it was kind of like a, you know, like if you've watched Sofa Sounds, so it was like set up with like loads of like sofas, and like it was like in a bar kind of like set up and everything. Yeah, so it was all just, you know, very like cozy, like very like intimate. And I remember I was waiting, and then from like the side now there was these two girls that were sitting like on a sofa, and they were looking like at me, and they started to like elbow each other. So obviously for me, I started to feel a bit like, what's going on? Like, what is this? Like, long story short, I went on the stage now, and obviously I've performed. And then as I've now come off the stage, when everything is all finished, the same girls that were there elbowing each other, like giving each other these looks and whatever. And now the same ones like, oh my gosh, you're amazing, you're this, you're that. And I thought, oh, thank you. Like, but 2 minutes ago, you was just looking at me as if like, what's she doing? I'm about to go on the stage, you know? So that's one thing for me. Like I've always had to just realize that you will get judged no matter what. Like, do you know what I mean? And first impressions always count.
Yeah.
But as long as you just believe in yourself as a person, then so nobody can break you, like, you know. So yeah.
So, what are like some artists that you feel that you really want to meet, or like that you've met already?
Yeah, my first one would have to be Beyonce. I just love Beyonce so much. Like literally, like I would be over the moon if I was ever to be able to have the chance to meet her. You know, she's another artist that has actually helped me along the way to find my identity of who I am as an artist. And yeah, oh gosh, I just love her to pieces, literally.
You hear me?
Another artist that I would love to literally meet is CeCe Winans. She is a gospel artist, and she actually was very close friends with Whitney Houston, so no wonder I love both of them. But yeah, she's another artist that I would be so honored to meet, you know, because especially from when I grew up in church, she was another artist that I grew up listening to. You know, there's many gospel artists, but she was at the top. You know, you've got Kirk Franklin and Marvin Sapp. You know, you've got all these different gospel artists, but CeCe Winans was just, yeah, the top for me. So I love her, literally. Like, she's amazing. But in terms of artists that I have met, I have one of my favourite singers from the UK, and that is Mahalia.
Oh, yeah.
I just love her so much. Like, I don't think people actually understand, like, her creativity and just her contributions to the music industry, her sound, everything is just amazing. Like, I could talk about her for so long, like, honestly. I was lucky enough to actually meet her last year, doing a performance at the Royal Albert Hall. And I was actually a part of a choir that was created by my mentor, who is the lovely Shazar. She's an amazing singer herself. Like, literally, she's phenomenal. So she has a choir, called Singing Soul Sirens.
Okay.
And trust me, they, yeah.
Singing
like, yeah, the best, literally. So I've been so blessed to actually work with them on 2 separate occasions. So firstly, talking about in terms of like meeting Mahalia, it was from this charity event last year, which was at the Royal Albert Hall, and I was doing like backing vocals for Gets. So that's another artist that I've been so lucky to just meet, because yeah, he's just amazing. Like, everybody knows Gets, and yeah, he's such an amazing person. But honestly, I was so nervous meeting him. I was like, hi, and like trying to get a picture as well. Like, he was just so amazing. It was, yeah, when I tell you, like, he was just, yeah, he was so amazing. And he was just so like, he's so in his zone. Like, he, you know, before we was all having like our sound check and stuff, like he just was there getting in his zone, and you can just see like that's his passion, you know. And yeah, that's another artist that I've been so lucky to meet. I have also met the amazing Stormzy.
Oh.
Stormzy is another artist who I love to pieces, and he's so amazing. Just he's so humble, you know. I remember when we was it was actually an event that we had for like it was like a private Adidas launch for him. So like he was working with Adidas, and you know they came together, and it was just like a massive event, especially for teenagers. And just meeting him was just, yeah, it was just amazing. It went from actually me doing a cover of like his song like many years ago, like back in like 2015, and he actually even heard it, to now me actually singing like in front of him at his event. And it was just like, I thought, like, God, like this is just
mind-blowing.
It's amazing, seriously. And yeah, he is just another artist that is just so amazing. And that was back in 2018.
Yeah.
Also, another artist that I've been so lucky to meet is Kojo Funds.
Ooh.
Girl, when I tell you, Kojo is just, he is so chill. Like, he's so lovely. I remember when I was picked to be a part of this project, which was called The Next Step. It was a project that was basically to get 10 women of like Black and ethnic minority from like London, and it was just to come together and to create like an EP for a cause called Behind Every Great City.
What's an EP for those who don't know?
So an EP is just basically a collection of songs. It's not necessarily an album, but it's just a collection of songs just put together, and it can just be under like half an hour, or it really actually just depends, but it's usually like a few tracks. That's like maybe 4 or 5 songs, so it's not necessarily an album, but yeah, that's what an EP is. So for us, when we was on this project, we you know, we all came together, 8 singers and 2 rappers. That's what it was. And yeah, it was a really amazing project. And I had my one of my lovely A&Rs on the project. She's called Kamali, and she's so amazing herself. She's so supportive, and I just see her as like being like a big sister. And I remember she spoke to me one day, pulled me to the side, and was like, "Look, I've got this really sick idea. I want you to do like No Stalling from Kojo Funds." I was like, "Wait, what? What are you talking about?" And she's like, yeah, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna like get in contact with this person and that. And I'm like, wait, what? Like, so then I found out that she actually wanted me to perform the song with him. I thought,
you performed with him.
I performed with him, like
No stalling. Hey. Yo.
Thank you.
Hey, big got these two lovely ladies, man. 10 times.
Like literally, it was so mad. Like when I tell you, I just, oh my god, yeah. I actually then basically got to perform with Kojo Funds, and it was also alongside one of the artists on the project, who's my friend called Tawalze, and she's a wonderful singer. She's got many songs out as well. So yeah, so both of us, we had the opportunity to work with Kojo Funds, and I remember just before going on stage, he was now in like the, shall I say, the green room with us at backstage, and I'm looking at him and he's all got a scarf like over him, like he's just there sipping his drink, and I'm like,
and you're like, oh my god.
This is like literally, when I tell you, I all had a video of like me recording myself with him, and I'm like I was so nervous, and it was just a vibe literally being on the stage. So yeah, it was so amazing. But yeah, those are the artists that I've been so lucky to meet. Musically, 2018 was just amazing for me, because everything stemmed from being chosen to be in that project. And from then, it's then I now met my amazing mentor. Like, honestly, like Shazar is one person who, she's so supportive, and I really, if you don't know about her, like please, like just check her out, because she's amazing. And a lot of people don't know this, but she's actually the sister to Labyrinth. So yeah, she's amazing. So I really do have to just thank God just for those connections and the way I've been able to network with so many different people. And for me as well, when I also like met Mahalia, like it was just crazy, because she's actually noticed like a cover that I've done to one of her songs called Sober. So meeting her now, I love Sober. Honestly, that one, I will never forget the day I first actually, when I first got to know of like Mahalia, it was actually through the Colours like show, like on
yeah.
So everybody back then, like she was back in 2017 or so, everybody's like retweeting, like I'm seeing this person's like just dressed in red and like this blue background. I'm like, wait, who is this? Like what? When I hear the voice, I was like, nah, she is sick. And then from there, it was just like, okay, I did the little cover, she noticed it, and I was so happy. And yeah, like even till this day, like she's just amazing. I just love her.
Friends now.
Well, I mean, I want to be friends, but like do you know what? When I actually met her last year, I went up to her and I was like, hi. And the thing is, like, no whatever, like, she actually, like, knew who I was. Like, she remembered. Because I've interacted with her so much, like, through Twitter. So I was so happy. I really was like, Lord, I can't believe it. So then after we had the whole dinner and stuff, I was like, I need to get a picture of her. And then, yeah, I got a few pictures of her. And I was also able to even meet Ray. Like Ray is another, she's amazing. She's so lovely. Like, yeah, but just Mahalia is just so beautiful, and she's just, she's so supportive. Like she's told me just to keep singing, and that's exactly what I will do. So, yeah.
What other like artists would you want to like collab with?
Okay, so I really would love to collab with Mahalia. First of all, I really, really would love to, because she's just amazing. Another artist that I would love to collab with is LMA. I feel like LMA's journey is so inspirational. Like I really, really feel like it's just like, if you think about it, she's actually come from Instagram. So it's like the opportunities that she's been given, and for her now as like an established artist, like her journey is just amazing. It's like, back in the day, we only had Instagram 15 seconds, not this 1 minute, or we've now got IGTV. Like, you know what I mean? 15 seconds back in the day was for you to showcase yourself. Like, if you wanted to do riffs, you needed to make sure them riffs are perfect for 15-second video. So, just like for her, like her journey is just amazing. So she's another artist that I would love to work with in the future. And also, another artist that I would love to work with would be Daniel Caesar. Daniel Caesar. Girl, when I tell you, Daniel Caesar is just Oh my days. I can't even actually think of the words. Like when I tell you, like Daniel Caesar, from best part to blessed. Like literally, I just don't think people understand. Like I just literally love his tone. Like his voice is amazing. Do you know what? It's actually okay. I'm gonna give you like a long list now of all these artists that I want to work with. Seriously, another artist that I would love to work with is her.
Oh yes.
It's just listen, her. I just
Guy.
oh,
Her voice.
you know, my favorite song from her is "Could Have Been." Like her and Bryson, the way they just came together on that song, it's just "Could Have Been."
Oh yeah.
That one. It's just the way they came together, and it was just so amazing. Like, oh my days! Listen, I love the word "amazing." By the way, let me tell you that now, right? But honestly, the way they just came together and just literally just showcased like their talent and their skill, like it was just so beautiful. Another artist as well is Lucky Day. You don't know him? Okay, so he is just he has a very very like popular song, which is called "Roll Some More." And it's like the chorus. Well, it's like we don't have to be if we stay and if we leave, baby, go roll some more. That's what it is. Like the chorus and stuff. He's so amazing.
I'm gonna check it out. I'm gonna check it out.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But no, and also one of my other like three other favorite like artists that I would love to work with in the future. A lot of them are like Americans, but I would love to work with Kalani. I would love to work with Summer Walker.
Who?
Summer Walker, listen, we need playing games. Yeah, we need playing games ×3 basically. And also Janae Aiko.
Oh, of course.
Those three, when I tell you, like honestly, like Summer is just in her own little world and she just creates such beautiful music. Janae just makes you
obviously it's Janae.
1 minute you're crying, next minute you're just like, no, forget you. Like, you know what I mean? Like she just she has you in your feelings, but it's just amazing. Her artistry is just amazing. Oh, seriously.
Janae, Kalani. Do you think that you would like work well with them? Because Janae's voice is really obviously she's quite high.
Yeah, it's quite like a mellow kind of like soft. The thing is with me, I can change the tone of my voice. And that comes from a lot of vocal training, especially within when I was at uni as well actually. I did performing arts at university, so acting and singing, like musicals. Musicals really help you a lot as an artist to learn different styles, different techniques, different ways to use your voice. And I feel like for me, I would be able to adapt if I was ever to be lucky enough to work with these singers. Like I would be able to adapt to, working with them, because my voice, like it is very like powerful because it has stemmed from growing up in church, and it's got that gospel, tone. It's got the gospel tone, but I would be able to. I've got a way of making sure I can make my voice, adapt to different people. Even like from when I've worked with people in the past, like there's times I've realized, okay, do you know what? Let me do this kind of like tone and lower my voice and this and that. So I would know how to adapt, my voice to them.
Because then you can be quite versatile with a lot of different artists.
That's the thing, when you're an artist, you need to be very, very versatile, and that's one thing for me. I like to think of like my sound as being very like, should I say like eclectic? So a good I'll use. I like to be very, very experimental with my sound. I don't just want to be known as being like, oh, she's like an R&B singer or this or that, you know. Like when you can show people and different audiences what you can bring to the table musically, like you're unstoppable, you know. And I feel that's why there's so many artists in today's like day and age where they're so easy to like they're not easy to forget, sorry. Like for example, let's look at like, you know, Beyonce, for example. Beyonce has done so many different songs and she's gone into different avenues. And look at her, like till this day, like she's still
Relevant.
big. You know? Even though music has not been like, you know, released like since what Lemonade and stuff, but you know, she's has she released anything?
I don't think so.
That's what I'm saying. Lemonade was what, 4 years ago?
Wow.
Can you imagine? And look at that now. She's only just literally come on the scene from doing Megan Thee Stallion's, do you know what I mean? Savage, like a remix. Listen, do you know what I mean? So for Beyonce, it's like, you know, if you think about it, it's just mad, you know? The only thing that obviously Beyonce's done is like she was obviously at Coachella, you know, so obviously just, you know, showing everybody basically like a timeline of like all of her songs. But yeah, when you're an artist, like you've just got to always remember to be very, very like versatile, and don't just always try to put yourself, or don't just try and play it safe. Like always try to go outside the box, because you'll never know. Like you can actually adapt to another genre that you never thought you'd be able to. Do you know what I mean? Tap into, and yeah, I think it's amazing to just see like how many artists nowadays are taking different paths to expand their sound. Yeah, it's amazing.
What would you say is your sorry? Ooh, but what would you say is your like your goal? Like what you want to leave? Like obviously, like you said, Beyonce is like an icon. So like, what is it you want to leave? Like when someone hears your name, what do you want them to think of, or what do you want them to be like? Yeah.
Okay, so for me, my goal, especially musically, is, to be honest, it's been a thing of like me actually sitting down and thinking about who is Ray Vela as an artist. What does Ray Vela bring to the table? You know, I've had to think about what kind of contributions I would bring to the music industry and leave my mark in a way that would make my name memorable in years to come, you know. So I've had to think about my sound first and foremost, like not just literally sticking with one genre. Like you can get people that are just always just doing R&B, but for me, my goal is just to have people know that there is a singer from South London who she's doing so many different things, and connecting with people. That's one thing I love to do. I love to connect with people through music. That's me actually like speaking to people, like rather than actually having like a conversation with them, I would let like my words and what I'm singing basically talk to them, if that makes sense, you know. So for me, it's a thing of like having to realize that I really just want people just to resonate with the words and the sounds that I want to create. You know, I really just want people just to connect to my story. You know, there's so many things that I've been through, especially as a young woman as well, and especially as a young Black woman. There's a lot of things that I've experienced in my lifetime so far, in just 23 years of living. And you know, when you decide to put pen to paper, there's so many different things. It's so mad that if you write a song and people can relate to it, you know. And for example, you know, one person that I look at is like Adele. Like Adele, if you think about it, she's been in the music scene for how many years now? But as soon as you literally hear Adele, like you just know, like boom. You know, because she's left her mark within the music scene, and that's exactly what I want to do. Just making people connect. So for me, it's just all about making sure I create sounds, and that's my goal, just to create sounds to let people resonate with them, and for them just to connect and to be able to be like, you know what, like, okay, I'm feeling a bit down today, like, oh, let me listen to some Ray Vela to cheer myself up, you know? Like, you know, when you have those artists that you listen to just like,
Drake.
you know, like, make you smile and stuff. Literally, like, you know, that's my goal, you know, as an artist. And it just comes with a lot of like, it's going to come with a lot of consistency, you know? You need to just always make sure that you're consistent. I mean, well, for me, I need to always make sure that I'm consistent. And you know, we're all gonna have our down days and stuff, but as long as I know what my purpose is and who I'm trying to reach, like my target audience, yeah, like anything is possible basically. So it's just literally just to make sure, like, that's my goal, is just to make sure people resonate with my sound and who I am as an artist. And yeah, I want to show that to the world, because when you're an artist and you write your own songs, like original songs, sorry, you're showing that vulnerable side.
Yeah,
it's a lot of vulnerability that is actually shown through like your songs. Hence why when I first performed Love Myself, I was so nervous because I really thought like, I don't know how people are going to take it, but the reception that I've actually received from it, like over the years, has just been mad, you know. So yeah, that's me. That's my goal.
so that's a good goal to have. I mean, once you get to that level, then you know, like, I have reached my goal, and from here it's just to get better and just to grow.
Yeah.
Right, so I know you're doing also you have your first collab that you have.
Yes, I have my first collab with one of my wonderful friends. So she's called Dante. That is her artist name, and she is so amazing. Like, I love her to pieces.
It's so weird. I went to uni with her.
It's mad. It's so mad. When we actually spoke about, I was like, what? It was crazy because I remember when I was with her, when we actually had finished recording the song, and she put me on her story on Instagram, and you like replied to it and was like, oh my gosh, like Ray, whatever. And I was like, what? Like, it's such a small world, but it's just amazing to know that we actually have like a mutual friend, you know. And she's just so amazing. Her voice is just it's just so wonderful. And the thing is, I love as well, like, she's so like original. Like, she's not trying to be like anybody else, she's just herself. And I think for me as well, that's one reason why we clicked so much as well, because they're both just original people, just coming together and wanting to create beautiful music. And the song, it is called Come. So the song is like, it's like a double entendre, should we say. You can take it in like any way that you want to, but it's basically just based on like how our generation are in today's age. I'm sorry, like day and age. How our generation are in this day and age, you know, I did that.
How our generation is.
You know what I mean? Like, edit that, yeah. So, happened to just come across her profile, and she had like a pinned tweet of one of her songs on SoundCloud. I was like, let me just quickly listen to this. And from there, I was just like, no, like, I need to work with her, like, literally. So I then contacted her. And then from there, I remember we had like a cute little like FaceTime call, like, you know, before you go in bed, like, I'm all there with my hair looking all higgy hagger, like she's there with her like little bonnet and stuff, like. But it was just so amazing just to actually have like a FaceTime like with her, and just to speak about, look, like, I really want to work with you, and I want to work with you too, and let's come together, let's see what we can create. So earlier this year, she sent me like a beat with like a verse and a chorus that she had already like written. And she's like, look, I really need like help with this, basically. So I was like, all right, cool. Let me just see, you know, what I can do, what I can add to it. And then, yeah, we just literally came together. We were just talking to each other a lot. And then obviously I sent her my verse. And then, yeah, literally was just thinking, okay, cool, we need to do this. And we go to the studio, we need to do that. Like, it was just so amazing just now starting to build a friendship with her. And yeah, then we just came together, and then we now have our song. So I will show like a little preview of the song, which will be out very soon. So yeah, this is Dante and Ray Vela, and this is Come.
Come, yeah, I'ma need you to come, 'cause nothing won't change my mind. It's a fate of attraction, but I want you to come. And I know this is toxic, but I still want it. I just want you to come, 'cause nothing won't change my mind. It's a fate of attraction, but I want you to come. And I know this is toxic, but I still want it.
Right, that's all you get.
Don't want to get too.
I can't show too much, you know. But no, it will be out very soon. So yeah,
Your voices go really well together.
oh, thank you so much, thank you. And yeah, it was a wonderful experience going to the studio with her. You know, we've never actually met each other in person before, but just instantly we just clicked even more in person. And in the studio, it was just like, sis, I got you. Sis, I got you. You know, literally just supporting each other, and that's what you need. And I think in this industry as well, you just need to have a really good support system, because there's so many times that us as artists, we can just become so doubtful. And think about, oh, do you know what? This music thing's not for me. It's not this, it's not that. But as long as you've got people that genuinely that support you, like you can just get so far, you know, within the industry. And yeah, like I'm just so happy. So the song will be coming out very soon.
I'm so sweet, Mum, for the year.
Okay, so it's coming out this year. It will be coming out in June.
Okay.
But
we
can't see the date, so but yeah, it will be coming out next month. Yes, definitely. Don't worry. I will be promoting it on my social media. So
I'll put your socials. You just Spotify. Give a Spotify as well.
At the moment, no. But I will be sorting that out. No, not at the moment. But don't worry, listen, like that's okay, minus the interview, but that's coming very soon. Like I literally got a song that I'm gonna be releasing very soon, and then I'll be creating on my Spotify and stuff. So don't worry, girl, don't you worry.
And then you can get with all you'll get when she promotes it.
Yes, literally. But don't worry, guys, it will be out soon. Okay, so next month.
In our guest today.
Oh, thank you so much.
And your singing is amazing, and your journey.
Thank you so much.
Inspiring, and I just hope that you keep growing and growing from here.
Thank
you.
Thank you so much.
And I can't wait for your song to come out. Obviously, this Zoom connection didn't give you the best quality of the song, but I watched you guys live when you did your live video, and it sounded really good. So,
oh, thank you. Well, thank you so much, honestly. It's an honor, so thank you so much.
Aww. I hope you guys like this video. So like, comment, subscribe, go follow her, but yeah.